Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't you cry. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mom is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings we'll rise up singing and swinging. Spread your wings and...
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Terence Love, Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX tonight, and we've got a little interview before Elena and George go on the stage. It's going to be a great show for those of you who are just tuning in here to see it. The show will be starting in about 15 minutes, and we hope you stay for the whole thing. It'll be streamed on both here where you're seeing it and YouTube and steamersjax.com, etc. But I don't want to waste any time. We got about 7-8 minutes to talk to these wonderful people next to me. Who I have is Elena and George Gilliam.
Hi.
Hi. And I've had the great pleasure of knowing both of them for quite a while, and Elena has really come along with, when I integrated Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX about a year and a half ago. Elena and I think you've been here consistently every other month at least, right? Something like that?
Well, something like that.
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
But in the light at Campus JAX, it's been wonderful.
Yeah, it's been great.
Wonderful.
And for those of you who are not familiar with what we have this wonderful stage and sound.
It's fantastic.
It's not like a floppy tent; it's a real tent.
Yeah.
but I wanted
Not a pup tent.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with Elena, she's an incredible jazz / blues vocalist, and George is an incredible. Before you start your thing, why don't you take a short minute to say a little bit about how you met George, what happened, what was it that made you fall in love with him, and he can tell the rest from there. We'll just listen.
George was there playing guitar with the big band at the concert. And he came up to me afterwards and said, "Hey, are you working with him?" I was, "No." And he gave me this look like, "What?" And it kind of started from there. So a few weeks later, he called me and he was trying to start a group. We did start a group. And we've been working together ever since. And a
that
couple
was
years
what,
later, we got
about
married.
2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Was it,
2015, I think that was. No, we've been married 32 years now, so I know it's at least that long.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
So, tell me a little bit about how the transition went, George, from being a player, a teacher, and all that, and who you played with, and how you turned all that stuff around to where you're at now.
well, like I said, I worked in Chicago. I'm from Chicago. And then I worked there myself. And when I moved to New Orleans, I worked in New Orleans. For the time I was at Xavier University. And then I played with James. I was like, we had everybody, Breakfast Brothers, Emily, remember that? We were real good friends with her. It was just a cascade of people. And it was just wonderful being in New Orleans at the time. And then we started working, and you really had some really good players, James Cope, Louis Spears.
Oh, cool.
Tootie Heath.
Nice.
And it was like, all the Dwight Dickinson. We just had really good
some
players
great
come in
players.
and play with us, so it was really wonderful. And then I went back to school at Cal State Long Beach, and I took up music therapy.
Right.
And that's when I made the change. Because I had a wife and baby on the way, it's like, okay, I love playing music, but I gotta make a living. I gotta take care of people. So that was kind of how I got started. And then I had worked at the school, Hope University, for a while, working with savants, playing music. And then I started my own. So it was like, we started with 2 or 3 people. I have one student that I worked with, and we would sing and we'd play out and do stuff. So I work with, like I say, autism, Down syndrome, mild to moderate intellectual disabilities. I have up to about 30 students. Now I have 2 places that we work out of.
Right.
And one's in Anaheim, one's in Laguna Beach.
Now, what was the greatest challenge with that? I mean, I could understand, was it the execution of it? Because I would imagine that if someone has the drive to get into the musical thing, or is that something where you help them find that drive?
Well, yes, with some of them, yes. Part of it is with doing music therapy is we use music as an adaptive for modeling, for behavior modification. So, and the music adds a lot of ways, gives them a safe place to learn and to feel comfortable so you can teach them. Now, some students I get, like I said, with Joaquin and a couple other people that I have, they're savants, so it's real easy to work with.
Right.
I think I had a couple of clients, a couple of guys who used to come, I would hire guys to come and play with us so he could to work at his level because he was so high level. We would do from Spain, we would go from Spain to imagine, we would just do all kinds. And I said, well, look, I can't figure this song, go and figure it out for me. And he would just,
He's amazing.
and it's just
He
amazing.
could write a chart, just.
Right, I showed him how to work the computer. I said, this is how you write it out, and he would write it out for me. So, and I've worked with different ones that were, had the same kind of talent. And then with some of the other students, it was a way to get them to start to access more things, to
Right.
be more part of society, giving them a chance to develop in a way that they could reach out and, go places and do things with more people. Because a lot of times, you're looking at people that a lot of times people don't want to talk to, don't even want to associate
Right.
with. These people are sitting in a room, if they came in and you wanted to talk with them, it would be more of a, how do I communicate with this guy? I don't feel like dealing with him. Who is this weird guy? And I guess for me, it was the thing that I could relate to, of being outside.
He
Of
called
being
them,
outside.
he used to call them the forgotten population, the forgotten people.
Yeah. So and working with them, it starts up. But the main thing was, I wasn't going to get anywhere in this world if I wasn't able to sacrifice for somebody else.
There you go. There you go.
And so that was the real transition for me.
In order to keep it, you have to give it away.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, really. I mean, you have to be willing to work. And then, like I said, sometimes you're hard to go out, because I have a couple of clients that are really loving that. My heart goes out to them. Like, sometimes family won't come see them. So it's like, okay, well, I got to put in a little extra time. And when I started, it was like, man, I was working like every day, all day.
Gosh.
And even though I'm a music therapist and I was using music as my main way of
Right.
communicating and of teaching. But still, you got to make that connection.
Correct.
And gaining their trust to be able to do more with them with the biggest.
And you've always been able to make a special connection with your students too,
Right.
which is different.
What is the level of the commitment? Meaning that they're there with you and then they go elsewhere, or do you steer them in a path? Is there a way that they progress to another level? Or?
Yes, well, yeah, they can progress to other levels. So it's an art and therapeutic program. So we use all of the arts, to the visual arts, painting, to ceramic arts, and as well as the music. And we have a small string quartet that we've introduced some of the clients to. So we have violinists that come in and teach them. So we have we've done a couple of concerts. We've done a couple of it at Barcade.
Oh, cool.
And we've done, I've been very fortunate with it. But just, like I said, to see them grow and learn all
That's
the different
amazing.
things, it's like people that you wouldn't expect. Like I said, and I understand that. You don't expect something. Well, this guy's never going to. And then all of a sudden you look up and say, this guy's doing all of this? So it's just giving, it's my job to give them an opportunity to be seen and to be heard.
Now, is this something that is funded by the government? Is something that you look for funds through other people or fundraisers? Or
We do fundraisers. We have on Creative Identity .org or OC.org.
so that would be Creative Identity OC-OC.org.
Right.
And they can
They can
benefit or donate. or whatever.
donate.
Cool.
Because we've had fundraisers, and even though we get money from the state for some of them,
Right.
we still Anaheim has been really, really beautiful and helping us with a lot of things. And they've been fantastic. I mean, our Mayor Tate, at the time when we really needed help, came through us when he was the mayor of Anaheim. So we've done phenomenal things. And just to see, like I said, to see the people grow and start to feel proud of themselves,
Oh, yeah.
that's the joy.
It's amazing.
So let's transition to them growing, to you growing, and we're going to be going out there in a minute. But
Right.
how has this kind of helped your playing and your life in general? I mean, your outlook on things because of giving that much of yourself.
Well, it's helped me tremendously in terms of, taking my time, learning how to be more patient, how to listen more, how to also how to give a person a chance and see them for who they are.
Hey, my friend, God bless you, man. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Folks, George and Elena Gilliam, Terence Love, we're going to come out here and...
Take a listen.
Yeah, come take a listen.
Take a listen. We're pretty cool.
We're going to be on the stage in just a couple of minutes, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Terence. Thank you, Campus JAX.
CampusJax.com.
Don't you cry. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mom is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings we'll rise up singing and swinging. Spread your wings and...
We're going to do a song now that, as it turns out, Grant Geisman was on the original recording of all the way back in the 1870s. This was on an album called Feels So Good, but this is a song that I don't think got enough attention because I think it's a great little piece of music here. So we saw it in the book earlier and we decided to do it tonight. So this is called Last Dance, and this is written by Chuck Mangione. to you.